So I think the reason why I touched black women was because we had those stories. We've been in the workforce longer than white women, and I don't think no one really talks about that. Black women have been in the workforce since we've gotten here. Once we were released, in Emancipation, 1865, we were forced to maintain that sense of work. They passed laws and bills. I don't know. Did you know that?
I don't know that I knew that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I didn't know that either. So they had passed laws that forced black women out of their homes, taking care of their husband and their children,
wow,
and made them go to work. In fact, in a lot of states, in southern states, they actually, I don't know if you know about Color Purple, but there's a scene in Color Purple where Oprah is, I guess, with her kids, and a white lady walks up and says, "Oh, your kids are so clean. You want to work for me?" That was actually a law. And if you had... No, seriously, if you had said no and you weren't working, you could be locked up.
Oh, my gosh.
Exactly. So if a black woman was not working and a white woman asked them to work for them, they had to.
Wow. And someone pointed that out, and I believe it was a black woman who said, black women have never had the luxury of not having to work. That was how she said it. And, white women, until fairly recently in the world scheme of things, have been housewives.
Yeah.
And, one of the things I talked about on there is, white women have been trained by white men, the patriarchy, whatever you want to call it, white supremacy, to be docile and meek and quiet and not speak out. And when you do speak out, you are ostracized or punished for doing that.
Yeah.
And when you are, a good white girl, you're praised and you're rewarded for that. And I know I speak in generalities, and some people say, we have the same thing, and I get that, but I think it's much more prevalent, and it does. And I think geographically, and also religion affects some of that, because the evangelicals, that's a whole different level of of putting onus on white women about how you need to be in the world, subservient, and it's just really sad, honestly, because I think someone made the comment that instead of being intimidated by black women, white women should be inspired by them.
Wow.
And that's the way that I feel we should be inspired by them. And yet we don't live to be our authentic selves. And that's something I talk about all the time on TikTok, is being your authentic capital S self, which is my therapist calls when you're truly yourself, your capital S self. And I feel like black women live in their capital S self, and white women do not. Really don't. And it's really sad, because I think we white women have been taught to believe we don't have power, and our power is not in our womanhood, it's in our proximity to whiteness. Or in our whiteness, and in white men, exactly. And whereas black women, your power is in your womanhood, and it's at odds. And in some ways, that has been built up, that we are put at odds. I think black women and white women by the patriarchy, and but the willingness for white women to overcome that is the issue, because there's comfort in what you know, and there's discomfort in what you don't know. Yeah. And, there's that fear of, if I go against and I do this and that, I'll lose all my privilege. I mean, I am one of those people who, I live in a very small southern town. I am loud. I've been called defensive. I've been called aggressive. I've been called all these things. I lost a job because of it, because there was an older white woman who did not like me and did not like the fact that I was, assertive, and made it her job to get rid of me. Yeah. And so, I mean, and that it was part of it. And it's just really sad. It's just really sad that, and I see a lot of white women, like when they get to be my age, because I'm in my early 50s, and their kids are out of the house and they're divorcing, and they all of a sudden wake up and are like, who am I? Right. Yeah, who am I? Who is this person? This, my husband? Like, I've been
your whole identity.
I've been a mom. I've been a wife. I've been a daughter. I've been a whatever. Yeah. But I've never been me.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. You never know what I might be in the comments. And also, thank you guys for continuing to watch.